Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are having a good Sunday when you guys are viewing this. Now, I wanted to post this video because I am extremely proud of this intro. Now, I am going to be posting more content in the future, and you'll see that in the coming weeks or so. Around next month, I would say, is probably when we're going to go full into YouTube again. But I did want to post this intro because if you like weekly wrestling talk and weekly MMA and boxing talk, and you like to just hear about anything really, from what I understand, if you donate and if you comment, you usually would probably get featured. Go check out Live Rounds, hosted by Fightful Steven Jensen and RVD Tito for Life's Doug Bateman, who was a huge inspiration for me to do YouTube, especially when it comes to podcasting. So if you guys want to check that out, definitely give it a sub, definitely give it a follow. And here is the intro for that show, produced by yours truly. Enjoy.
In a world where combat sports changes on a dime, two men cover the happenings of it all.
What's up, everybody?
Professional wrestling.
We said the wrestling world was gonna change. CM Punk is all elite, and honestly, it couldn't have gone better.
I think it's possible that Goldberg beats Lashley and that Big E beats Goldberg, because I don't see Big E beating Roman.
I thought ROH was a pile of crap. I think corporate ROH is gross. First of all, the Nick Gage entrance is one of the most insane things I've ever seen in my life. The Edge deal is up next year. Do you think you consider AEW if he's still healthy? I think that he's a WWE lifer, honestly.
Don't forget that the only reason WWE cleared it to begin with was because AEW was going to, and they were trying to sign it.
Mixed martial arts.
And I think everything leans towards Sandhagen, but I don't know. I think TJ could surprise some people.
I'm choosing Sandhagen, especially with his last two performances. Aljamain Sterling and Petr Yan running that back, and the winner of this should definitely get the next title shot.
I thought Connor looked fantastic with the kicks. When he got rocked with punches, he went for the guillotine. That was the stupidest move.
Did you hear Dustin after the fight admitted, though, that there was like a second there where he was like, oh God, he might have me.
Do you think Pena has a chance against Amanda Nunes? The card isn't very good in my opinion. Even the undercard I don't think is that great.
Wayne, Gone, and Lewis could potentially be really boring also. That's possible.
Definitely.
Boxing.
Jake Paul by knockout, probably pretty early. It's pretty telling when Jake Paul was like, let's put up our purses against one another, and Woodley wouldn't do it.
I think Tyron Woodley's going to win this fight. He's going to throw combinations at Jake that Jake hasn't seen yet.
First off, I'm going to say congratulations to Tyron Woodley for making $2 million.
I would like to see Vitor and Jake, because I think Vitor would beat Jake's ass. Laugh out loud, so funny that this is the boxing people talk about most instead of the best boxers fighting. This is what boxing has become. The promoters have not allowed the best fighters to fight the best. They protect their own interests, they protect their fighters, and they never let the best fight the best. And there's multiple champions in the same weight class, and they still won't fight each other to unify the belts. And this is what has allowed YouTubers to come in and take over the sport.
And much, much more.
I have them this weekend. I'm just going to let the board fall to me. Dalvin Cook, Zeke, CMC. Hopefully I can get one of those running backs.
I did my draft tonight, as y'all can see with my Vikings jersey on. You have like your really, really top tier wide receivers, but then there's a pretty big drop off. They didn't speak English, so like the UFC like wasn't getting them title fights as fast as people who did speak English. It absolutely was happening for a time in the sport. The reason why I brought that up though is because of the Stephen A thing, because I think it's a moronic viewpoint to take. Yeah, I mean, we just saw Andrei Arlovsky show up on AEW Dynamite.
Not only that, we've seen Junior Dos Santos, Andrei Arlovsky, we've seen Cejudo on Dynamite, we've seen Vitor Belfort on Dynamite, we've seen Jorge Masvidal and Amanda Nunes.
It just the fact that Tony Khan actually just did that.
Fightful Steven Jensen.
Yeah, that's the stuff I got going on. Fightful Select Weekender podcast. Support Fightful and Fightful Select.
Doug from RVD Tito for Life.
Are we having fun yet? Because this thing has just got taken to a completely different level.
Straight from YouTube.com. Live rounds. The marksmen have arrived.
You're watching Live Rounds with Doug and Steven and being introduced to you by the real IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, Will Ospreay.